have set up everything. My YouTube channel, Spotify account, logo, everything. YouTube even asked me if I wanted to monetize my channel and stuff. I was completely thrilled to start this podcasting, super excited, and I sat down to record. Then I realized I didn't have the first and foremost thing to do a podcast, which is a mic. I was wondering how can it be that stupid? Then I realized that being stupid is not new for me, right? So I decided to record this podcast with my phone. I mean, when you're living in a foreign country, your surroundings are almost silent. So it will anyway give you a soundproof recording effect if you close the door and record. So hoping that this podcast turns out to be great, let me welcome you to my first ever episode of Jannal Seatu, also known as Window Seat with me, Sujani. To everyone listening to this, first of all, a very big thank you because you guys are giving me an opportunity to entertain you and I'll be forever grateful for that. Okay, so Jannal Seat. You may wonder what it means and what is the significance of this title. Actually, I wanted to name my podcast channel as Two Vada One Chai or something like that. But then I thought that the usage of tea is very saturated nowadays, right? So I wanted to name my channel something new. That was when I came up with Jannal Seatu. If you want to understand the true meaning of Jannal Seatu, then you will have to take yourself back to your childhood days. When we were really young, we used to travel by bus, car, or we will take the plane, right? So during that time, we would all have fought with our siblings, cousins, or even our parents sometimes for one very special thing, and that would be the window seat. The window seat would have been our biggest entertainment during the travel at that age. Like our mom would have woken up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning for a 5:30 p.m. train, did all the housework, urged all of us to get ready so that we won't be late, and would have packed food also. And she would ask us, "Hey, I'll just sit for 10 minutes now and then you can come sit." But even for that, we would scream and make a scene. We won't be considered enough at that age, right? Because we were too young to understand certain stuff. We will act as though we'll die instantly if we don't get that window seat. After a big fight and argument, we will finally get that window seat. But what will we do after that? First thing first, we will be feeling so happy as though we have achieved something very great in life. We would be smiling with all our 32 teeth showing, right? And with that same happiness, we would look at the view outside. If we are traveling in a non-AC bus or train, or if we wind down the car's window, there will be this gust of wind that will be blowing on our faces. Our hair will be flying everywhere and we will look like some conjuring ghost, but still we would enjoy that. We would look at the lush green fields, count the number of trees, count the number of lampposts that we pass, and sometimes if it's raining, we will stick our hands out and try to touch the raindrops. Life was so beautiful, right? Now, let's think about adulthood. I understand, adulthood sucks, but honestly speaking, we somehow have to come back to reality, right? So let's face our adulthood now. We still prefer the window seat, right? But the catch here is, do we still enjoy it the same way we did when we were young? We will sit at the window, plug in our headphones, and just for the sake of having a distraction, we will play some music and then start thinking about our life. The scenery outside still have lush green fields, still has trees, still has lampposts, still there is rain, right? Everything is still there, unchanged. The only thing that has changed now is our situation. When we were young, we didn't have any responsibilities or stress regarding anything. Hence, we were able to enjoy every minute of the window seat travel. But now, we were just like, oh my god, just let me rest my head against this window for a while. And that is when we would start thinking about our life when sitting at this window seat. What has happened so far? What is happening right now? What we want to happen in the future? And worrying about what might happen in the future are some of the things we think about when we sit at the window. So it is during such a time, sitting by the window seat, I am going to discuss the questions and thoughts we would have and address all the tiny voices in our heads, driving the message that, hey, it's okay to mess up, but life will always go on. And I am going to do this by having light-hearted, funny and mild conversations with you in this podcast. That is why I've named my podcast as Jannal Seatu, a podcast on the simplest things in life with Sujani. So that is about it, my friends. Hope you guys would have been able to relate with the title of my podcast channel. Hope you guys are eager for the next podcast episode. Next Friday, I'll meet you all with a different topic. Till then, everyone, enjoy your weekend. So I will get down at this stop now and we'll meet again at the next stop in this same Jannal Seatu. Bye bye.